And so some of you know, and I was thinking about this, that the men, the army, the men of that's been fighting in Afghanistan have been told to come home. They want to stop the war in Afghanistan, right? So they're bringing all the men home. But it looked like they had no real plan of how to do it. Because from what I've been reading and hearing about is that a lot of the Americans, some of the American citizens are still stuck in Afghanistan. And that war been going on for years, I guess. And so they brought the men home, the army men home, the military home, but they didn't bring the folks home first, the American citizens home first. From a war that's been going on for at least 20 years over there. You would think that if you're going to end a war in a country like that, you would say, you know what, let's bring the American people home first. Let's be sure to quietly bring them home, all of them, the American citizens only, and then bring home the soldiers. But they didn't do it that way according to the reports. And there are Americans who are stuck over there right now. I say the people get the type of government they deserve. It is being reported. I've heard people say, I don't know if it's true or not, but there was a plan in place, thanks to the Great White Hope, Donald Trump, but Biden administration didn't want to follow it, to not give Trump credit. And that's how it's been for a long time now, since the Democrats have so-called in charge. They're trying to do everything around what the Great White Hope has set up so that he get no credit. But what they're doing is not working. It's not working at all. And so it's a mess over there. What a messed up world, huh? And the world is messed up because they have no faith in God. Satan is their daddy. And everything he tells them to do is wrong. And they follow it. I saw a report this morning where, I believe it was in New York, where now the mayor or the governor or somebody decided that if you have not taken the vaccine shot stuff, you cannot go into a restaurant or a gym or anything in New York. And I'm thinking, wow, they're trying to force you to put that in your body. And what they use to try to control you with are the things that you love the most. So if you love the gym, they'll use that to try to make you take the vaccine shot. If you love the cafe more than you love staying home and cooking, preparing your own meals, they'll use that. Whatever is your God, that's what they would use to control you with. I see it and hear about it every day in the courts where men are suffering because they love their children, and when the wife gets ticked or trying to control them or get more money, they use the courts to go after the man's children or the men's children. Isn't that amazing? And by the way, happy Men History Month. August is Men History Month. That's why I want to repeat, you should not love anybody or anything. Anybody or anything more than what's right, more than God. Love God, the greatest commandment, the first commandment, to love God with all your heart, soul, and might, along with nothing else or no one else. Otherwise, you will have fear. You will be controlled by it. That's why I say to the fathers of these children, You're making these babies with evil women, women who have no love, right? No love at all, not even for the children. You make babies with them, and now they take you to court because they're trying to take your children, and you're spending boo-hoo money in the courts, and you still lose. Because if it's ridiculous, but let's say they gave you 50% to see your own child, you're still not going to be able to see the child because the evil woman would try to dictate that. And she would turn the children away from you, against you, while you're not paying attention. And so you get what you deserve. You got to love God with all your heart, soul, and might, and life will become amazing because you will not be controlled by the children of the lie. Smoke on it. Think about it. And so Breitbart's reporting following a hasty withdrawal of U.S. presence in Afghanistan, Taliban forces in the nation capital of Kabul took over the presidential palace, renaming the country the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan. And when I say that country belongs to them, let them do what they want with it. If the men over there are too weak to stand up and fight back in the right way, then they get what they deserve over there. And who are we that we should go into another country and dictate what they should be doing when our country is falling apart? Our country needs to take the stone out of its own eyes before pointing at someone else. Really. Because what they're going to end up doing is bring these people to our country, and it's just going to get worse for us because they don't agree with Christianity. They don't agree with the same God that some people in America believe in now, because most people in America do not believe in God. It's just going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess. This is from Baker News. This is a B-roll. There's no sound to it, but footage shows desperate Afghans clinging to the U.S. aircraft trying to get here. They're running from their government, not realizing they're running to another socialist government. We have a communist socialist government in America now. Amazing. They're coming here, according to the reports. Running right from a socialist, communist country into another one. America is not a free country anymore. Look how they're trying to force medication into your body, and you don't want it. You don't want it. They're saying, no, you got to take it. I say you do. These no good people with no values, no love, telling you that you got to do what they want you to do. If you don't, they're going to do everything they can to punish you, to make sure you do what they want you to do. And these people's lives are out of control. And they put doctor, PhD, and all these things behind their names because they know some people are so out of it, they're going to follow it because they have a title. This is not the American way. And according to Fox, one of the things that the Afghanistan people don't like about the Americans is that the Americans have gone over to Afghanistan and other parts of the world trying to do what they have done to us here in this country. Promote women over men. Promote homosexuality over what's right. These people are not falling for that. This is from Fox, a U.S. government effort funded. Activists that educate and engage Afghan men and boys to challenge stereotypes. They want to tell the Afghanistan men and boys that you don't have a right to be a man. You're not better than a woman. Bring the woman forward. Let the woman do this. That doesn't work. It's not working in America, and it's not going to work over there. And they know it. The men over here are so weak and so mama boys that they have fallen for it, and it's a mess. The men are catching hell. And now they've gone over there to try to force that on the men in Afghanistan. They're like, we don't play that. Get out of here. And I don't blame them at all. So they're challenging men and boys stereotypes. American-funded gender advisors demand that women comprise 10% of the Afghan nation army and political leadership. Bunch of crap. Over in an Islamic country. Are you serious? Ain't nobody gonna put up with that mess but weak America. Really. They know that don't work. You know it don't work, but you're afraid to say it doesn't work. They want to put women in the army there in Afghanistan and in political leadership. Our country, a Judeo-Christian country, trying to corrupt other countries. Amazing stuff. Reports reveal the installation of a female leader led to many revolt from the Afghanistan people. So they put, according to this report, they put a woman in charge over there as a leader. And Afghanistan said, no. America, y'all go home with that mess. We ain't putting up with that over here. This is what every household in America should say to our government. No, we're not for that. Every man in America should be saying this out loud. Never putting a woman over me. It's not in a woman's nature to lead. She doesn't know how. She can't handle that. You try to make something be that's not even there. It's like trying to make a man be a woman, or a boy be a girl, or a girl be a man, a woman be a girl be a boy, a woman be a man. You can't make that happen. It's not in there. It can't be. And they're trying to do this over there. I don't blame the people for not putting up with this mess. You try to go into someone else's home and tell them how to run it. Well, you can't even run your own home. So they put this female leader in charge, and the Afghanistan people revolt. They gave the Americans the finger. I don't blame them, because it's just going to get worse and not better. This is from the National File. Biden administration State Department spokesperson Ned Price called upon the Taliban to make sure their new government in Afghanistan is inclusive. That means women, homosexuals, lesbians, potheads, drug addicts. And they want them to be inclusive and representatives. Watch this.
Additionally, the UN Security Council issued a joint press statement earlier today calling for a new government that is united, inclusive, and representative, including with the full and meaningful participation of women. The Council spoke with one voice to underscore that Afghanistan must abide by its international obligations, including to international humanitarian law, and ensure the safety and security of all Afghans and international citizens.
You have a little weak, girly man telling another country what to do. Amazing, right? That's exactly what's happening here. You got weak people telling you what you better do. Otherwise, they're going to punish you. If you don't do what mama want you to do, this is what's happens in the homes. If you don't do what mama want you to do, you got hell to pay. And that's why some of the children, the pressure is so evil and wicked. A lot of the children can't handle it. Some of the children can't handle it. So they cave in to mama. But there's that one child, male or female child, sometimes two, they rebel against mama. They're like, I can't explain it, but I know it's wrong. I'm not giving into it. And mama make that child catch hell. She make all the other children believe that child don't love mama. That child is not obeying mama. That child is the bad child. And God forbid if you love your father and you identify with him, you're going to catch pure hell from mama. No dinner. No water. You got to go to bed early. There's no peace for you. Afghanistan, this is what America tried to do to Afghanistan, that mama stuff. It is all evil. Amazing. What this old world coming to, things just ain't the same. Anytime the man that hunted is bad. Fox reported that the Biden administration said they would prioritize Afghans in the evaluation effort. Photo revealed plane full of Afghanistan refugees on their way to America. They're coming here. As though we don't already have illegals coming in by the droves. Too many illegal aliens. And they don't have, these people don't have masks on. And with the illegals coming in, it doesn't matter if they have the Chinese virus or not. Amazing. The Fox reported the Biden administration planned to bring over 30,000 Afghan refugees in the next 2 weeks. Here's that soundbite.
My colleague Jackie Heinrich broke the news last night that the Biden administration plans to evacuate 30,000 Afghans, bringing them to Fort Bliss in Texas and Fort McCoy in Wisconsin. She obtained the documents with the planning orders. 8,000 Afghans, I'm told, are slated to be processed at a U.S. base in Qatar.
They're going to take back Texas by any means necessary. You will become a Democratic state. That's what they're saying to you. And the reason they say that because you're on the run. You're running instead of standing up and voting these people out, fighting back, speaking up. You're on the run. So by enemy, illegal aliens, y'all go to Texas. Go to the states where white people are in control, where white people want freedom. They ain't gonna let you have that. This is evil. It's a battle between good and evil, right versus wrong. And it starts in the homes. This is why you must return to the fathers, so that children, when they do come into the world, they will be born into perfect families. But the church will tell you you can't be perfect, and you believe it. You believe it. And the world takes over and destroy you. Christians, real Christians, should be involved in government. Because they're making these laws that's wiping you out because you're weak. They're sitting back waiting for the end time. They're looking in the sky waiting for Jesus to come back. And Jesus is like, what the? I've already come. But they don't believe it because they're intellectuals. They know the word, They are disciples. Ooh, I'm so scared. Amazing. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Jesse Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.